Hi there, if you're watching this video, I presume that you already watched Death Note. I mean, it was aired around 2012, and now it's like 10 years from that time, so I'm gonna talk about it. If you're planning to watch and not want to get spoiled, then I advise you to stop watching here. Death Note is a simple concept about a notebook where you write someone's name on it, then you guessed it. Is it good? Well, I think it depends on who's watching the anime. If you like a mystery and drama thing, then it's great. Probably it's an anime for you to watch. But if you're not deep into the genre, this might just be something that you would watch once and be puzzled for the rest of the day. When I first decided to pick up the anime, I didn't really have much of an expectation except for some dude who is writing down people's name, then some figure that keeps following around that likes Apple. Now, after watching it, that fellow name is Light Yagami, or Light for short, and technically it's a story about a villain who wanted to create a world and become God using the notebook but the notebook has a few rules before you could start. And Light himself discovered a lot of things about the notebook, then the Shinigami, before he can start using the notebook more efficiently and that's the whole information of Light and 70% of the story against L. Now, my personal favorite would be L, even though he died mid-episode, but that's probably a setback. Well, that's what the anime is supposed to tell you, of course, because after L died, the story became boring and some dude named N and M covered for him. I'm using the alphabet name that was used in the anime, so that people won't be confused. The whole plot just falls apart. After L died, then the time leap of 3 to 5 years into the future. Surprise, surprise, 2 new people came in to investigate the case, then just me waiting for the last episode. Take for example where Light's sister was kidnapped and they have to hand over the notebook in exchange for her safety. The dad manages to gain the Shinigami eyes. After the whole event, nothing happens. He just died there with proving Light wasn't Kira, and that's all. And from setback to setback from both part of N and M's. I'm not complaining in particular, but I at least want to see N do much more than last 2 or so episodes because he didn't really shine as much as L did, covering almost half of the episode than N, even though he's an interesting character, where N just let M do the kidnapping and observe. That took a few screen time. Random cult uprising, people threw away money. A new holder that didn't last long than a few episodes of killing that keeps saying erase while using the note. Well, that was just a vent where I want to talk about L being a great character and N being a flimsy ass. While on the subject, did anyone know how great was the first OP for Death Note? I know that 10 years have passed and most people out there who knows or have heard of this anime. When you sit down and think about it, is it still worth to watch this kind of stuff these days? And it's a definite yes, because if you think about it and you have some time to kill, you can just watch it and just think of, man, I wish there was something much more wholesome.